Yes. Good morning. Welcome to Ask Cafe Online Culinary Academy. My name is Chef Caesar, and today I want to prepare a really popular dish that's native to Northwest Africa. It's couscous. This dish is like their staple foods for thousands of years. They could make this 3 times a day, just like we, do potatoes here in the States or rice. I mean, and it's a really easy dish to prepare. This is the regular couscous from Moroccan couscous. I also have here this is an Israeli couscous. As you can see the difference, this is like a little small pearls, and they cook pretty much the same way, except this is a little bland when you cook it. You want to add some spices or herbs, maybe some vegetables too, and you can use this to like make a cold pasta dish or serve as a side dish as well with some. You can use this side dish for like any other protein meat, like a stew, a chicken dish, a seafood. And this other one is, this is made from semolina, which is the same grain or durum wheat that we use to make pasta. So you can consider this a pasta dish, but again, it's really easy to make, and I'm gonna show you how to make this today, and it's really quick, so you can kind of leave this, to prepare this at the end of your dinner time. It only takes about 10 minutes to make this dish, and again, it's really simple, and they've been using this dish for thousands of years. Like I said, they could be making this 3 times a day. They use this as a staple dish, over like underneath a stew. Any dish they make, usually this goes as a side dish for them. And we're going to start by chopping some onions here, And feel free to ask me questions as I start preparing this. I'm going to add a little color to my couscous today. I got some yellow and red peppers that I want to use. You can do whatever you want. You can add some wild mushrooms, or you can just make it plain. You can even buy some couscous that has already some flavor, incorporated to it, like roasted garlic or so far so on. You don't want to chop your onions, slice them, or chop them really fine. I'm going to do like a half onion, depends how much you want to make. And the ratio, usually do 1 grain to 1.5 liquid. I'm going to be using some chicken stock today. You can also do some vegetable stock. You want to keep it vegetarian, it's fine too. Also, I use this grain to make like some sweet dessert dishes. I'm going to make a savory couscous today, but you can also do one like a pudding with some dried fruits or some fresh fruits as well. You add cream, and there's a lot of recipes out there you can use. So this is a really versatile, grain that you can use for so many different dishes. And again, it's really easy to make. You will see that it's really quick. And maybe one of these days you can try this instead of doing a potato dish. Kind of put that aside, try to make some couscous. You will see that you're going to like this. Maybe some of you already have done this before, but again, you will see that this is a nice tasty dish. You can add whatever flavors you want to it. Some grilled vegetables. You can make this as a vegetarian dish, make a plain couscous, and then you just add some grilled vegetables around it. And I'm going to chop a little garlic here real quick. 1 clove of garlic would be enough for what I'm making right now. Let's start by heating up my pan here. I'm gonna saute my onions in some butter. But you can also use like olive oil if you like. If you don't want to use butter, gonna go the more healthy way. But this is really healthy, grains. Again, this is made from durum wheat, the same grain that we use to do pasta. I want to add my butter here. And be careful not to burn the butter, because as whole butter burns really quick. So keep an eye on that, so you don't, it doesn't turn brown. I also want to chop a little red pepper here. Like I told you, when I add a little color to my couscous, you don't have to. The recipe only calls for onions and garlic, but I want to go ahead and add a little peppers. It's going to give a real nice color to my couscous, because pretty much it's going to be white. And I like, to have colorful dishes. Some of the onions here. Also, I'm going to put some of my garlic in there right now. little bit. We want to caramelize the onions and the garlic so until they get translucent. I'm gonna hurry up and chop my peppers now. Dice them up really small. And again, you can just make, plain couscous, and you can grill your vegetables in your grill, and, put them around, or you can make a beef stew, lamb stew, and serve it as your side dish. And it goes really well with pretty much any protein that you want to make. Well, this onions are pretty strong. They're making me cry. Now I want to throw in there some of my red peppers I chopped here. Saute your peppers and onions for about 3-4 minutes until they get nice and translucent. Want to get some of the nice flavor from the garlic and onions. And if you make this Israeli couscous, this tends to be like pasta. You gotta be careful. Sometimes if you wanna use it later on, you wanna cool it off and kind of break it up because it's really starchy. It sticks together. It's a little bit different than Moroccan couscous because it's made from the same thing as pasta is. So, and sometimes you also find this in like colors. You can you got the white, the green, which is made with spinach and some probably tomatoes, the red. So you get a tricolor one. It's real nice to for a nice cold pasta presentation. You can add some kind of protein, some meat. You can do so many different things, or just serve it warm if you want. It's a side dish, like I said before. Oh, it smells really good. Now I want to add my couscous in here. Let's coat the couscous real good with some butter. You don't want to brown this. You just want to kind of coat it with some of the butter in there. Right away, when I add some of my chicken stock here. And as soon as it starts boiling, we want to shut it off and put a lid on it. So it's gonna get absorb all the liquid. In about 5 minutes, it takes to cook your couscous. So it's really quick. So like I said before, you can leave this at the end, so it's nice and fresh and ready, warm when you serve it. So you don't have to heat it up again. You can put it in the refrigerator and use it for next day again. Just you can put it in the microwave, put a little chicken stock in a little container, put a cover on, and you steam it in the microwave. It's going to be good. So as soon as it comes to a boil, I'm going to shut it off and take it off the flame, the fire, and put a lid on so all the liquid gets absorbed by the grains. And then once it's done, you want to fluff it out with a fork. Kind of, it's gonna be stuck together, so you want to fluff it out with a fork, excuse me. And then we're gonna put a little cilantro at the end, chop cilantro, and this is gonna be something really easy that you can see. So I'm gonna put a lid on, and then I'm gonna shut off the heat. And this is gonna take about 5 minutes. I'm gonna let it sit, off the flame here. And this is going to absorb the liquid. In the meantime, you can, be preparing something different. In this case, I'm going to chop a little cilantro. I'm going to add to the end. And you're going to see that, it's really, rather quick. It cooks really fast, like doing pasta. So, again, you can consider this as a pasta dish. And you can add so many different ingredients to it. You can use this as a base. Now I'm going to take some of my nice cilantro here. Maybe one of these days you try it at home when you're making some nice dinner. Maybe for a nice steak or seafood dish, chicken. It goes well with anything, like I said. And chop the cilantro really nice. You can also do, like Italian parsley, is a nice herb, or some fresh basil. And you can pretty much add any kind of vegetables you like. You can do some olives and spinach, you know. It really goes well with pretty much everything. And nowadays, it's becoming really popular. Not only, you know, in the native countries, but all over the world. We, you know, we use couscous, and it's becoming more, like I say, more popular. It's a nice side dish. That's a little more. It also makes a great pudding, like I said before, with some fresh dry fruits. Now in the fall, you can do it, you know, with some berries, like, you know, cranberries, maybe some peaches as well. And do it as a sweet dessert, not only savory dish. So it goes really well. I mean, it's really versatile type of, you know, grain that we can use for a lot of things. It's really healthy too. So just keep in mind that, you know, it's always nice to try something different instead of trying the same thing that we do, like French fries. Maybe get away one of these days and try, you know, something different that you can. As I said, this is looking better now. A few more minutes, then we're gonna take it off and kind of, you know, fluff it up a little more and show you that it's gonna, you know, pretty much, you know, double in volume because it's soaking up all the liquid. And you can, you know, make it with even the beef stock if you want. But I like, or just plain water with some salt too. If you want to kind of keep it, you know, plain, you can do it too. I use chicken stock today, or you can make your vegetable stock. It's a good way to use your chicken stock that you make for one of your assignments. So it just, there's so many different ways you can use, kind of combine, try to think about when you do your assignments to be like a chef. You know, I keep telling my students, you know, you always try to make something different because we, like when we make this dish, we also serve with something else. So when you make your beef stew, you know, maybe you can make some couscous and plate it with some couscous as well. And it's a good way to, you know, kind of think a little outside the, you know, the box, like we'd say, and, you know, and do a little, you know, more work. You know, when we're a chef, you gotta always be thinking to create new dishes, and that's what I'm trying to tell all my students. You know, try to always, you know, think about what else can I do with my assignments. What else can go with good? Like for example, your pesto sauce. You know, a lot of students, they do go and they make it different, you know, dish, but they don't send a picture. I want to see your work. It's really nice for me to, you know, see your creativity, you know, and be creative and don't be afraid to try, you know, things. Call me if you have any questions. I'll be more than happy to help you out, give you ideas. So now you know, I think the couscous is pretty, you know, nice and fluffy. I want to show you what it looks like. Bring it over here. Can see all the liquid has been absorbed. Now I want to add some of my cilantro in there. You can do, you know, different herbs. You can do some like fresh basil, maybe a little fresh thyme, whatever you know you like. I'm doing cilantro. I believe we have a question over here.
How long did you boil that for, Chef?
How long? The question was, how long did we boil this? Well, actually, you only bring it to a boil, and as soon as it starts boiling, you want to take it off the flame and put a lid on, and then kind of let it cook by itself, because it's really delicate. You don't want to, if you let it boil, it's going to be mush, so you don't want to do that. So as soon as this comes to a boil, you take it off, put a lid, and let it, you know, sit there for a few minutes, and all the liquid's going to be absorbed, and the grains are going to, you know, puffed up, and it's going to be really fluffy, like you see right here, you know. You can also, you know, make a plain couscous and add some honey to it. It's really good. So I'm gonna, you know, show you what it looks like. See, it's a nice side dish. You can see I add some little red peppers that, you know, contrast real nice with the green cilantro I chopped in there. You can also use some yellow bell peppers. I mean, there's so many different things you can add. And it really goes well with something. You can also sprinkle some cheese on top of this if you like. As you can see, this is a nice flaky couscous, you know. So this is what it looks like when it's done. Do you guys have any more questions before we wrap this up? I also want to talk to you guys about our next, this month's competition. We have new raffle going on. That there's gonna be some trivia questions on the website. It's got to do with food. So everything's got to do with food with us. So you have to go there, and there's going to be questions every day put up on the site, and they're going to be worth different points. And we're going to be raffling this a wonderful Cuisinart that we have right here. And there's so many uses that you can use this for. There's like attachments that comes with. You can grate vegetables, cheese, and so many different other products. And this is gonna look like this. And I want you guys to go there every day. And the questions are gonna be different points every time. So you might be get 2 points one day. Next day it might be 6, 7 points. So keep an eye on that. Every day it's gonna be changing. There won't be the same questions every day. But again, I want you guys to be engaged, and it's gonna be fun. And we're gonna do winners, 3 winners, and the top winner is gonna take this beautiful food processor home. And there's gonna be other prizes as well for second and third prize. And keep an eye. Remember, it's fun. I want you guys to have fun, and you can go there like I say, every day, log in and answer some of the questions. And like I say, it's gonna be really nice. You're really gonna enjoy this, and so am I. And going back to our couscous dish here, so this is what it looks like in the Israeli couscous. I mean, when you cook it, it's going to be like little pebbles, like little pearls. And it's not as flaky as this. It's going to be like more like a little drier. But again, it's also really good to try, but different. But again, it's the same grain that is used to make this regular Moroccan couscous, the one that we use for the Israeli couscous. So if you guys try this at home, and have a wonderful day. If you guys don't have any more questions, I want to wrap this up. And I will be looking for you guys next week for another wonderful presentation. And I hope you guys try this at home. And be always adventurous and try something different. Thank you for joining me today. I see you next week.